Good evening. Welcome to our YouTube channel, Touch Gloves Boxing. Remember to like, share, subscribe. I go by the name of Biyenge, featuring yours truly, Tre. Let's go.
Jeez. Yo. Cuz, firstly, before I start the show, happy birthday to Mr. Sports Entertainment.
Blessings.
Big up.
Thank you.
Obviously, it's your birthday today, so it's a special episode.
Yeah.
Whoever's viewing, big up. But, cuz,
No worries.
What are you saying?
Well, first of all, I want to big up Leron Richards. He won yesterday. He won the IBO Super Middleweight Champion. He's from Croydon, so big up. Yeah.
Big up.
Yeah, man. What you say?
Yeah, no, big up. I just want to just add on to that, man. He's a different character, man. I like the way in like interviews he's singing. He obviously does it for his son, I believe, man. So it's a different energy he's bringing to the sport, man. So big up, man. But cuz you know how we do this, man. It's before the Christmas period. So we've obviously named the show Christmas Crackers because we've got crackers to talk about, man.
Yeah.
We're going to start this off with obviously Bebitov or Better Beef. I don't know how to pronounce his name. So guys, if you know how to pronounce his name, just dash that in the comments. But we're gonna start with the fight that he just had. What you saying, cuz? Do
you know what? This guy is a serious champion. You know, he's. I reckon that a lot of people are avoiding him. He's like the IBF and the WBC champion. He fought on Friday. He fought Marcus Brown. I mean, I think it was a good fight, but this guy is tough, man. This Russian is tough. He's tough. Literally, he had a terrible cut in his eye, I believe. Wow, he's a soldier. And if I'm honest with you, he's a threat in the light heavyweight division. He's a big threat. I don't know who will challenge him. If I'm honest with you, I don't know. I'm talking about the challengers in Brit. I don't know if Yard will run challenge him or Bawatsi or Craig Richardson, plus more. But this guy, he's serious.
Yeah, you know what? I could imagine. He's obviously carrying 2 of the 4 belts, of course, man. So you have to put him up there as a threat. But the way I'm sort of thinking about it from a sort of competitive mindset, look, I've got the Jordan jumper on, man. He represents competitive nature in terms of how he approaches games, man. All I'm saying is, to be the best, you've got to fight the best, man. And
Indeed.
I feel that they're going to have to challenge him. People are going to want to fight him, man, because he's got 2 of the belts. He's got the WBC belt as well, which, in my opinion, I'm not sort of disregarding the other belts, man, but that's the belt that's the green strap. That's the one that has all the faces of the legends on that. You want your face to be on that belt. Yeah. I'm chasing that strap, man, if I was a boxer, man. But that's a different subject for a different day. Look, I just want to run through this next one. I'm not even going to lie to you. This guy, we know him for... remember that moment when obviously AJ had the face off? What did he say, guys?
I walk on this earth like a god.
When I heard that, I was thinking, yo, this guy is on it. He's on it, man. So obviously he was the defending champion. He came to England, so he got big up for him just sort of taking the challenge here in England. But obviously our boy AJ done the job and became champion, man. But he's actually got a fight coming up, he's got a fight coming up 1st of January, funny enough, 2022, the first fight of the year. What are you saying? Luis Ortiz, King Kong?
You know what? I'm gonna have to back the King Kong, if I'm honest with you, you know, because I haven't really seen much of Charles Martin. I mean, King Kong, remember, he's only lost twice to one person, that was Wilder, and he's still a threat. Don't get me wrong, no disrespect to Charles Martin, but I haven't really seen a lot. I see King Kong knocking him out.
Ooh, what round are you saying he's going to knock him out? What, are you saying early, inside 6, or are you saying...
Inside 6.
Okay.
Because just the other day, Charles Martin was calling out not Eddie Hearn, Dylan White, and
Yeah,
we know Dylan White going to fight him. You know, it's light work.
It's no point, man.
No point.
Man.
But it's interesting. But I can't. I mean, no disrespect to him, but I mean, look. When was the last time Charles Martin fought?
Cause man, we'll possibly have to go to Google for that, man, because it's been a minute since he last fought, man. So the way I'm sort of thinking about it is Ortiz has obviously been looking for a fight for a while. It's not like he's inactive for no reason. Like he's generally a heavyweight contender that people don't want to fight him. People
I know.
assume he's old and say about age and stuff like that, man. But he's still a sort of, you would say, a gatekeeper for someone to have aspirations of becoming a world champion. So you have to get through the Ortiz, the Andy Ruiz Juniors to get through to the U6 right now, the Furies with the champions.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Sure, it's true. But like I say, I can't see him winning it. No disrespect to him, but I think Ortiz would just probably knock him out. I mean, if he does beat Ortiz, then well done. You know, all the best. But it's going to be a long wait. It's a long queue.
It would be a long queue. It would be a long queue, man. It would be a long queue. But look, before obviously I go to the next topic, of course, I just want to run through this comment. Like, really do appreciate it. So, and Parrish is obviously saying Vastek. I have no idea what Vastek is, but look, big up. Big up. It's just one of them ones, isn't it, man? So big up, man. But look, let's get straight to the next topic. You know, for me, yeah, this topic, I'm not even going to lie to you, cuz I've been waiting for this to be sort of confirmed for a long time.
Yeah.
Like, I like the truth. I like what he stands for. And it's going to be a tremendous fight if this happens. But Ugas versus Errol Spence 2022. Apparently, the WBA president is confirming that both of them can fight, and the step aside has been confirmed from Ugas's side to make this fight happen. This is a unification bout for essentially three of the four belts in that covered in that division, essentially. So what you saying, Cuz, man? This for me is a big fight. But what
Do you know
you saying about this fight?
It's a big fight. Am I right in saying it's Ugas? Is he under Showtime or PBC?
You know what, Ugas, I'm not too sure what he's under, man. He's full.
Because
So when he fought Pacquiao, what was that under?
I believe PBC, yeah.
Probably PBC, innit? Yeah, it was PBC. Yeah.
Because I'm thinking if him and Errol Spence are both in the same umbrella, it's a bit of a tricky one because again, they're avoiding to fight Crawford. Because think about it, right? If Ugas is going to fight Errol Spence as a champion, am I right in saying he's going to have a rematch clause? So if he loses, win or lose, both of them, there's a rematch, right? Unless he's looking to risk it all and just fight with no rematch clause. Because ideally, whoever wins out of this has to fight Crawford. If not, then in my eyes, they're both cowards.
Ooh, that's the statement.
But
I respect that.
Listen, you got to think about it. Just think about it, right? Look, Crawford and Errol Spence, it's been going on for years and years. Yeah. Now, Ugas and Errol Spence are going to fight. The winner has to fight Crawford. Regardless, look, Crawford, my understanding, I could be wrong. He's no longer with Top Rank, so he's a free agent. So there's no excuse. There's no excuse. The only way I can see them avoiding Crawford again is if they have a rematch clause. It's just gonna, so if they fight, let's just say they fight in February or March, then the next fight's gonna probably happen in September. Do you know what I'm saying? So let's run it. No long things, mate. Come on, let's go.
Yeah, you know what, cuz like I agree with you completely. We obviously discussed this topic a few weeks back in terms of rematch clauses. I just think like fighters now, especially when titles are on the line, I feel that they shouldn't put rematch clauses in their sort of contracts, man. Reason being is it just like I'm not saying the fighters do it. I'm not saying that at all. But you've got a bit of a cushion when you're going to these fights, man. You just know, okay, if there's a slip up or if I get hit with a shot that shocks me, then and I get knocked out, then I got my rematch clause done. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah,
Whereas if you go into a fight knowing that look, there's no rematch clause. If I lose my belts, I've lost my belts. Like
yeah,
unless it's a proper controversial fight where the
yeah.
fans and
Want to see
everyone's
it again?
demanding, like we're gonna talk about that topic anyway, as it's coming up, man. But yeah, I think no rematch clauses should be a case, and
Funny,
this would be a good fight if there
funny you,
wasn't a rematch clause.
funny you say that. Just going off the topic a bit. Now I'm hearing that Frank Warren is saying that there's going to be no rematch clause for Tyson Fury, the WBC champion. Now it's a risk for Fury, and it's an advantage for Dylan. So let's just say Dylan beats Fury, it can
Mm,
work in his favor, and then he
mm,
doesn't have to rematch Fury. He can then wait for the winner of Usyk and AJ and then
mm.
fight. And who knows, bruv? He could become the undisputed heavyweight champion of the world. Just saying, yeah, just saying.
No, you know what? It's a good time to obviously bring that up, man, because we're obviously on that topic of rematch clauses, and at the end of the day, I think for us fans, and look, we've got the platform to speak here, I think it would be great to see fights that don't have a rematch clause in it, because we know that the fighter who is obviously going into the ring, they're obviously gonna make sure that they're gonna. I'm not saying that they don't give it their all, but they don't have the cushion of knowing that I've got a rematch clause in this contract. Do you know what I mean? I, it would have worked against AJ in that fight, but imagine now Usyk didn't have that rematch clause in the contract.
Yeah, yeah,
The
yeah.
negotiations for Fury would have been done, and then boom, undisputed champion, and then AJ, possibly challenges the undisputed champion or challenges someone who could be a Dylan White example. So we've created a an exciting scenario
Yeah.
for the boxing world, man. So look, we've gone a little bit off topic here, man. I just want to get back into this Errol Spence situation. If these two were to fight, cuz
Yeah,
I'm gonna ask you a direct question. If
yeah,
these two were to fight in 2022, let's say in Errol Spence's hometown,
yeah.
who's winning the fight, man?
I say the truth, but then you guys can cause an upset. Because remember when he fought Pacquiao, everyone's saying that, yeah, light work for Pacquiao, but look what
Yeah,
happened.
yeah. No, it's true, man. It's true. Obviously, you
But
guys.
I think Errol Spence on points.
Hmm. You know what? That's a good call. That's a good call. Reason being is, I just think in terms of what Errol Spence brings to the table, I think that Errol Spence is a gifted boxer. He's able to throw combinations. He's able to, you know, evade punches really well, slip punches really well as well. And I just think that in terms of the skill level, I think he's got more to his arsenal than a Ugas man. But like you said, Ugas, I respect the man. He's obviously a proud Cuban and he fights for his nation. And who knows, that drive could allow him to cause an upset, man. But Spence, for me, he's the truth. And I think we're going to know he's the truth after this fight, definitely.
But we'll know he's the truth once he fights Crawford. Then we'll know who the
Yeah,
real
yeah,
truth
of course, of course. That's the big look. We know that Spence and obviously Crawford, that's the one we all want to see. We obviously saw them have their little face off a couple years ago, when Bob Aaron was there and they had their few, that situation completely changed in terms of where they both are as boxers. Now, Terence Crawford now, he's living high right now, man. Do you know what I mean? He's beating a fighter like Sean Porter. Do you know what I mean? A respectable welterweight. We've all been waiting for Crawford to fight respectable fighters. So at least he's got that one in his pocket. Now I just want to see the big fight. I want to see an undisputed welterweight champion, and we need to see it. This is the biggest division, arguably, in the world in terms of the talent of boxers that's in. We've got our very own Conor Ben that's coming up as well, who's in this exciting division, man. So I want to see an undisputed champion. Just in my opinion, we need to see one champion, one face, one name. We need to see that. You know what Wilder says, man.
Yeah,
Big up,
yeah.
man.
Cool.
Yeah, man. So, boom. Let's go to the next topic now. And you know, I was in a bit of a standstill because I wasn't too sure which one to go for, but because it was a tremendous fight, I have to go with this one next. Chisora versus Parker 2. I'm not gonna lie, cuz this was war. This was war.
Yeah.
This was war. You
Ah,
gotta give these men are warriors, you know. These
listen,
men
they
are
are
warriors.
they're definitely warriors, but
Like
I
even
expected,
before you say anything, cuz man,
yeah.
before you say anything, I have to cut you off here. Big up man like Chisora, man. I just saw his video he posted on his
Yeah.
socials on Insta, and from that you can just tell that this man is a warrior and he just loves the sport and he just wants to continue just to do what he loves, man. So people can't tell him he needs to retire because of this. No,
know.
like if he's ready, man. So look, regardless of the result, for me, he's still a legend. I love his iconic entrances. I love his energy, and this fight was tremendous, man. But cause that, what's your overall view about the fight,
So
man?
Parker came in heavy because Parker, he wanted a knockout. You know, I mean, look, he dropped him for 3 times. I was expecting more from Derek Chisora. I wanted that fire. I didn't really get that fire, if I'm honest with you. I feel that Parker won the majority of the rounds. You know, it was really a slow start for Derek. But I like what Derek was doing. Every time he gets dropped, he'll go to the corner.
Yeah, of course,
he'll go to the corner. But honestly, I think the first fight Derek was turned up. This fight, I didn't really see that fire. If I'm honest with you, I literally thought, okay, because the fans are here, we're gonna see war. Don't get me wrong, like, mate, he lasted till 12 rounds, but yeah, he knew he lost that fight. But I guarantee you, if it was any longer, I think Parker would have knocked him out.
Yeah.
I'm liking this Parker. This Parker's coming with no smoke. Like anyone can get the smoke, you know.
Yeah, man.
You know,
see his
because
entrances.
usually Parker's just chilled, happy-go-lucky. But when he's saying like, "Yeah, I'm gonna knock someone out," like, "Oh," you know, and he put on weight just for Chisora, you know.
Yeah,
You know, Parker, he wants his belts back.
He wants it back. Like, look, we know he wants it back as well, and it's not a shame, but it's like I want to see him have that sort of competitive edge, you know, like Jordan, man. Like he's winner. I want to see him just challenge that Fury. Like, come, let's go, man. But that's his boy.
Yeah, he's not gonna challenge Fury.
He's not gonna challenge Fury. Like, so it's like he has to go through the different route.
Yeah,
essentially, and it's with Usyk. So Usyk's the champion right now. So you know what? This is the question I need to ask you, because so Parker is now beating Chisora. Big up, man.
Yeah.
So 2022. Who's he fighting next?
Do you know what? I would like to see Parker and Andy Ruiz run it back again. Yeah, I would like to see Parker and Andy Ruiz, because when they first fought,
it was close.
A lot of people said it was close. People say it was Andy Ruiz who won, but because it was in Parker's hometown, he won on points. But I would love to see that rematch.
Yeah. You know what?
Because they're both former champions. So I would love to see that rematch.
Yeah.
And for Derek, because he's still got it in him, do you know who he should fight? I was thinking Joe Joyce, but I thought, nah, the person I would like to see Derek fight is Luis Ortiz.
Ooh, those are two.
Yes.
I'm not gonna lie, those are two fights that
I'll
fully sit down. Look, we watch boxing anyway, man. But those are two fights that I think that this is 50-50s both ways. Like
yes.
In terms of age,
and scrappers, age, yes,
well.
yes. Yeah. And I think Derek, he should do it in America.
Yeah.
Just go to America and fight Ortiz.
Yeah. Both fights should be in America, I think, man.
Yeah.
I think both fights need to be in America.
Parker and Ruiz in America. That would be a fight, because let's be real. Like I said, there's a long queue in the heavyweight division. A lot of people are waiting. You're gonna wait until realistically to get a title shot. end 2023 or end of 22. Because you got to think of it, right?
Yeah.
Not trying to change the subject, but when Usyk and AJ fights, regardless who the winner is, they have to defend their titles, mandatory. They got mandatory challenge, unless they pay them a step aside fee and want to unify with the WBC champion.
Yeah, and it's crazy, man, because imagine you're the challenger. That's why, like, look, I'm sorry to change the subject as well, man, but it just goes to this example for me. Just shows you when you have a frustrated challenger who, when he gets that opportunity, he's gonna just grab it with both hands. And I'm talking about George Kambosos Jr., man. Look at the delay that he had for fighting Teofimo Lopez, the takeover. That delay, the way he was frustrated and ready. Any opponent. I think that's how Dylan is right now. Dylan's been waiting over 1,000 days as well. Like, you don't think this guy's not ready? He's ready to give smoke for that day, man. So,
of course.
Yeah, I think just obviously I went off topic a little bit, man. But Chisora, I think they should fight in America, like you said. That would be a dream matchup, man.
Chisora and Ortiz, summertime, make it happen.
Yes. Ooh, yeah, cuz, man. Eddie, if you're listening, man.
The winner out of Charles Martin and Ortiz, I say Ortiz, but should challenge Derek Chisora. Summertime, make it happen. If that happens, remember we said it here first.
Yeah, we said it here, man. So Eddie, you know what I mean? Just make that call or send an email. I'll get my receptionist to respond back to you. I'm just joking, man. But look, man, it's just action right now, man. And it just leads me up to the sort of final topic of the day. I think this has been the most controversial fight in terms of what's been going on in the social media world. But honestly, in my opinion, I just think it's just a clear knockout, man. But let's get into Paul versus Woodley 2.
Right.
So, what are you saying about these two?
Okay. He was supposed to fight Tommy Fury. I understand Tommy Fury's got an injury, so he had to have a replacement. Woodley claims he's been ready since September. He's been training. If I'm being honest with you, I don't think he's been training because that performance yesterday was shocking. His first performance when he fought Jake Paul, it was better than yesterday's one. And also he's he was a world champion in UFC like 3 years ago.
Yeah.
And then like a YouTuber just comes and just puts him to sleep, bro. That is, I wouldn't say it's embarrassing, no. I wouldn't say that, but it's just wow. He wasn't organized. He wasn't ready. He'll be lying. Look, I personally, I don't know him. No disrespect to you, Woodley. He came for the check, man. He came for the check. I mean, look at it. Look, every round. I didn't see nothing.
Yeah.
I think he done like a little body slam and whatnot, but I didn't see nothing. Bruv, he punched him so hard that the referee went, nah, no overtime. That's it. It's over. Get the doctors in. Bruv, he was on the floor for time.
That's clear for me, cousin. It just leads up to my point.
Also, sorry to cut there.
Yeah, go on.
I'm beginning to think here, like, we boxing fans are probably underestimating Jake Paul.
I was about to say that.
Because he's not stupid. He's a smart man. Look, think about it, okay. Put it this way, yeah. He wanted to fight an actual boxer, and obviously an actual boxer is injured, yeah. Now he's calling out UFCs. He's calling out is it Diaz or Conor McGregor? Yeah.
Oh, swear down.
But then again, yeah, if we wind it back, yeah, in fairness, Woodley, am I right in saying is he a welterweight?
Yeah.
And Paul is a cruiserweight.
Was that a disadvantage?
So there is really kind of a disadvantage in a way. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know? So I know at the end of the day, I know it's business, yeah, but he needs to fight a boxer. Now, I like he's got 5 wins. I think he's ready to compete with a boxer.
Okay, so my question to you then is, like, before obviously make my point, is what's the next fight for him? Are you putting him in with another YouTuber? Because obviously I did an online poll, of course, and majority of the people are saying he should fight another YouTuber. But what are you saying? What are you saying,
So
Cuz?
originally, before the pandemic, I think this was 2019. He was supposed to fight KSI. That fight ain't happening no more. If it was to happen, he'll beat KSI. Sorry to say, because he's just been active, whereas KSI hasn't really focusing on music and other things.
Yeah.
The next opponent that he should compete with, I say Tommy Fury. Because he's an actual boxer.
Yeah.
There's look. Do you know what? It'll be interesting if he fights Conor McGregor. That would be serious, legitimate beef.
Ooh, that would be
Yeah.
because it's been
The
brewing
build
for a
up,
while, isn't it?
will be big.
Yep.
And that will be interesting. That will be, I'd say, if he can't get Tommy Fury next, Conor McGregor.
Ooh, notorious, yeah.
Yeah.
You know what? That would be absolutely big. And look, cuz man, I just wanted to obviously get to my point, which is with Jake Paul, a lot of people obviously they look at what he's been successful for. So being a content creator, being a YouTuber, having that presence online, he's been able to do a tremendous job as an entrepreneur. But he's not an experienced boxer. But
No.
in these past few years, I'm not kidding. Like we've seen that this guy has been putting in a graft and learning how to box. He's gone to different countries to do training camps. I swear he was in Puerto Rico doing a training camp there. Do you know what I mean? He's fully ready. And look, even outside of his fight, look at the female boxer that he helped, Serrano, for example. A lot of people like to say, "Oh, he's doing this, he's doing that," but he put her on for this fight against Katie Taylor. If it wasn't for him to create sort of this platform, this opportunity with Showtime, for her to have that platform, so she could, do what she does best, which she's an excellent boxer.
Yeah.
Now she's potentially going to have a fight with Katie Taylor, and that's been through the platform of Jake Paul. So for me,
I mean,
honestly, I think he's done really well for the sport, and I think that for that Woodley fight, the second one, I do agree. I just generally think that Woodley wasn't as prepared as he was, like he was for the first time round, and this time round, I just think he just got caught with a big shot. And
there's no
a lot
point.
of people underestimated him, man.
Yeah, of course. I mean, look, Showtime, they're doing an excellent job. Reason why I say that, because look, they're competing with the likes of Top Rank and The Zone, yeah. And The Zone at the moment, they're doing numbers. So by them signing up Jake Paul, remember he's a YouTuber, right? That's new audience. New audience equals new money. The ratings going up. Do you know what I mean? So business wise, they're smart on what they're doing.
100%, man. And talking about being smart, man, smart business, man. I have to drop this comment, man. Look, big up Mark, man, for just joining into the show. He's obviously saying, "BNG, where's your plant gone?" Like he's missing the plant, cuz. Like that's what you're meant to do. You're meant to have that plant at the back. Obviously, Mark noticed it, so big up Mark, man, for just noticing that, and love for just tuning into the show, man. Obviously, it's a special show, and love for tuning in for that, man. But cuz this fight for me showed the world that Jake Paul needs a boxer. He needs to fight a proper boxer, and I think Tommy Fury next would be a good fight for him next. And I'm not gonna lie, if I was Fury, knowing how competitive I am, I'll be not feeling the pressure, but I'll be like, yo, I can't lose this fight, The world's watching. I've got my bloodline to represent as well.
Yeah.
I can't lose against, no disrespect, a YouTuber in other people's mind. But for me, the way I see Paul is he's a competitor. He's had over 5 fights. He's unbeaten. He's got experience. He's got knockouts in his CV already. You can argue the opponents, man. But the guy knows how to throw a punch, man. So you got to give him credit. And he brings, I would say, a different energy to the sport. Like even his entrance, for example, wasn't that sort of sending for Tommy Fury in a sense when he had the Union Jack colors on. Like, what are you doing? Like, the guy
Listen,
he's a smart guy. He's a smart guy when it comes to marketing.
mm,
So I gotta give the man credit, man.
yeah,
Don't give the man
definitely.
credit, man. But
Yeah.
look, you know what? It's that time. Obviously, we had a lot of good topics to talk about, but we've got no time whatsoever, man. But cuz once again, this is obviously your birthday, and I just wanted to big you up on your birthday as well, man. And yeah, how you gonna end this, cuz?
Yeah, man.
I want you to end this. Let me just cut you off. I want you to end this by being Mr. Sports Entertainment and fully closing the
Yeah, do you know
show
what?
in the best
Honestly,
way
like I'm
possible.
gonna close the show just saying that look, it's all about positivity. You know, we're entering a new year. You know, I just want to wish everyone a Merry Christmas, Happy Holiday, Happy Kwanzaa, etc. And you know, just remember to like, share, subscribe. I'm BNG, that's Jermaine, and we're out.
Yep. Cheers.